Okay, a little bit of talking. Now, I've just been watching a program, and yeah, this thing was on. Well, this podcast was on. The Rest is Politics. Two presenters, Anthony Scaramucci, who is a brilliant man. Yes, he is. He is an investor, and he's got his fingers on a lot of pies. Now, his co-host, Catty K. Now, a couple of things he was talking about was they were talking about what's been happening in the political race over in the United States of America. And yes, as you can tell, the amp is plugged in and switched on. Now, what he was saying was, Kathy was asking why the ex-president wasn't out on the campaign trail. And Anthony turned around and told everybody the reason Trump is not out on the campaign, he wants to get the old band back together. I.e., normally sometime in August, Trump throws a hissy fit and gets rid of a load of people because he is the ultimate power boss. From his days on reality TV, the American version of The Apprentice. Now, I've watched The Apprentice, the British version, with Sir Alan Sugar back then, who is now Lord Alan Sugar. Brilliant man. Very brilliant man. Now, the second thing he said was the Vice President, J.D. Vance, is going to get replaced. And another point, Catty came up with this. She was asking Anthony about, does he read the newspapers? Well, Anthony said yes, he does. Starts with the Washington Post and goes through them. And apparently in the editorial of the Wall Street Journal, there was an absolutely brutal read about Donald Trump. Well, here's the honest thing for you. I'm from the UK, right? And the other day, I watched, this was on Sky News. Donald Trump came out at Mar-a-Lago, and it was on Sky News. And I was like, I listened for about maybe 4 minutes, thinking, you know, he wants to be president again. But same old Trump came out. Attack, 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 attack. Now, what I want to be honest about is this, right? To everybody that's going to be watching this. I've seen many presidents from Jimmy Carter all the way through Barack Obama, and they've all been really nice people. Trump's kind of like the thing that you stand in when you're walking out on the pathway and you've stood in something that a bit undesirable, so you've got to wipe it off. Because he still believes he's on his reality show, and crazy the way he ripped into Brian Kemp, not from Spandau Ballet. No, this is an American guy who's either a senator or a governor of is it Michigan or something like that. There's so many states in America, but he came out and he ripped into this guy and his wife. And Anthony was on about it during the podcast, which is The Rest is Politics podcast, can be found on YouTube. I am subscribed to it because, like I say, at the end of the day, at some point I want to live in America. However, if Trump wins, you've got no hope of me going to America. Nah. I think he's as toxic as sulfuric acid rain. And that's because when he was on the American version of The Apprentice, he was brutal. So, no, not for me. And what he was saying about Brian Kemp, this person who is either a senator or a governor, and how he ripped into him, tore strips off him. Now, here's the other point. Anthony's just turned around and says, how come as Brian Kemp didn't retaliate back? Yes, he's Republican, but why didn't he retaliate back? Your guess is as good as mine. Anyway, the reason why I'm speaking all this before, as I said just before there, I am subscribed to The Rest is Politics podcast from the United Kingdom, from Rushcliffe in Nottingham, but I'm a Geordie. So, Anthony and Catty, please subscribe to Paul Gallant 3675. Simple. Anyway. I'm going to bring in somebody I am subscribed to on YouTube, and the thing I want is very, very simple. Everybody that's on YouTube, if I'm following you, I want one back. We grow together.